Hello students, welcome to the next lecture of the double and triple integral. In the last lecture we had discussed about some questions that are based on finding the area enclosed by some figures. Let us continue with some more questions on the same topic. So see this question, find the area enclosed by the lemniscate. So here we can see that the diagram of the lemniscate. So this is the lemniscate where the outer surface is x is equal to y line of this lemniscate. So basically in one coordinate, in one plane, this theta angle is pi by 4, right? And we can see the property of the lemniscate, it is symmetric in all the four quadrants. So it is symmetric in first, second, third and fourth quadrant. So just to find out the complete area, we will calculate the area in one quadrant and then we will multiply it by 4. So let us see how this can be done with the help of the definition. So the lemniscate is being given. The lemniscate equation of the lemniscate is given, r square is equal to a square cos 2 theta. So now we need to find out the limits just to integrate this, double integrate this. So we will be taking only one quadrant, we will be taking only first quadrant. So as we can see in the first quadrant, the r, so we are converting, this is given into the polar form already. So we will be taking two integrating factors as r and theta. So first we need to find out the r, so and the theta. So theta, we have just seen that in one quadrant the theta is moving from 0 to pi by 4, right? So this is 0 to pi by 4. How this pi by 4? Because this lemniscate touches to the line x is equal to y, and this x is equal to y line divides the quadrant into two equal parts. So this theta will be pi by 4, as we know that this complete quadrant is pi by 2. So half of the pi by 2 is pi by 4. So theta in the first quadrant is moving from 0 to pi by 4. So we have the lower limit of the theta as 0 and upper limit of the theta as pi by 4. Now the values of r, we can find out the values of r from the equation, given equation of the lemniscate. As we can see that the r is moving from 0, the bottom point of the r is on to the origin point, is on this origin point. So the lower limit of r will be 0. Remember, we are considering only first quadrant. So the lower part of this r will be 0 and upper part of this r is lying on the surface of the lemniscate. So the upper part of this lying onto the surface of the lemniscate. So you can see this is the upper part which is lying on the lemniscate. So the upper limit can be obtained from the equation of lemniscate. So now this is r is equal to under root a square cos 2 theta. So now the lower limit of r is 0 and upper limit of r is equal to under root a square cos 2 theta. As I have already told you that the lemniscate is symmetric in all the quadrants. So we will calculate the area of one quadrant and then we will multiply it with the 4. So this is how the we can create the double integral and then we will integrate this. So the integral becomes 4 cross with the lower limit 0, upper limit under root a square cos 2 theta. Then again internal integral, lower limit 0, upper limit pi by 4 r dr d theta. So now we will integrate this first with respect to dr. So the integration of r will be r square upon 2. Now we will substitute these limits. After putting these limits, the integral becomes a square cos 2 theta upon 2. Now we need to integrate this with respect to theta. First we will convert this a square cos 2 theta in the integral, and then this integration becomes sine 2 theta upon 2. Now we will apply the limits 0 to pi by 4. So just on applying the limits 0 to pi by 4, this comes to be sine pi by 2 on the limits pi by 4 and 0. We'll apply the limits, then the final result is a square. So the area comes to be a square of the given lemniscate. Now let's see more questions on double integral. Now let's talk about this question, which is based on the surface area. So here in this we need to find out the surface area of the cylinder. The cylinder is given by x square plus z square is equal to 4 inside another cylinder which is given as x square plus y square is equal to 4. So we have two cylinders and we need to find out the surface area of the cylinder x square plus z square is equal to 4 inside the other cylinder x square plus y square is equal to 4. So before we move, we need to understand that this is the first equation given of the cylinder. This is indicating the equation of the top circle of the cylinder. So if this is a cylinder, then this circle, so the equation is given of this circle of the cylinder, right? So in the second also, this is the equation of the second. So obviously these two cylinders will be somewhat like this, because both the cylinders are into the different two dimensions. One is with the x and z axis and other is with the x and y axis. So these two cylinders have been given with the equations of their top circles. So now we need to find from this first equation, we need to, as we have seen the equation of the surface area, the formula to find out the surface area. If let's look at the formula, it will be easier for us to solve the question. So this is the formula to calculate the surface area, where we need del x upon del z and we need del y upon del z, and we need to keep it into the formula and then we will integrate this. So just to calculate this del x upon del z and del y upon del z, we will be using these equations. So from the first given equation, we can calculate del z upon del x by partially differentiating this equation with respect to x. So x square becomes 2x, z square will become 2z del z upon del x, from which del z upon del x comes to be minus x upon z. Now from the second equation, we can find out the value of this del z upon del y, which is equal to 0, because we do not have any z element into the second equation. So just substituting these values, we can find out this this part which is used into the formula, under root part. So this is 2 upon under root 4 minus x square. So now just substituting this value into the surface equation, and one more thing, we need to discuss the limits also. What will be the limits? So from the first equation, if you can see, we are taking the first quadrant, so the y will move from 0 to under root 4 minus x square. This can be calculated from this given equation. So from this equation, we can find out the limits of y, which are from 0 to, so if we'll solve this equation for y, so we'll get y is equal to under root 4 minus x square. So from this equation, we can find out the values of y, and next is the x, which can be obtained from the second equation. So the x will vary from 0 to a. X will vary from 0 to a. So as we can see, this has to be also, we can keep it 2 also. And now as this is a three-dimensional figure, we need to find out the area of the surface, which will be symmetric about all the quadrants, and in this 3 dimensions we have 8 quadrants. So we will find out the area of first quadrant and then we will multiply it with the 8. So now we need to integrate this by integrating the first function with respect to y. We have this, we will take this as a constant. So this will be y, and now we need to apply the lower and upper limits. So once we'll apply this lower and upper limits, we are having this 2 dx, then this will be integrated with respect to x. So again constant value, so we have x. Now we'll apply these lower and upper limits, so this is coming to 16a. So in this case, in our question, the value of a was 2. So now this will be 16 into 2 is 32. So we have the final answer as 32. The value of a can easily be obtained from this equation. So this is x square plus z square, where this is x square plus z square is equal to a square. So here a square is equal to 4. So a is equal to 2. So we have the value of a is equal to 2. This way you can solve this question. You can pause and see the calculation, can understand the question by just looking to the solution, and if any query you can comment and ask it to me. That's it for the lecture. In the next lecture we will discuss some more questions on double and triple integral. Thank you so much.